We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Boise State along, jfon. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Rosen looking to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. It's complete to Grant. Touchdown, Philadelphia. As his guys are in for 6, and the Eagles have taken the early lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Hey, let's get a conversion. Hey, sub. Let's go.
Winston now from the 50. Over the middle, complete. That's Frank. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Third and short yardage, Winston. He's got Evans. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. They go back to the ground with Jones. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Green, Triple C. Ready. Blue ready.
Second down, Winston. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Jameis to throw it. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll start out on the ground with a drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. They run with Ajayi. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Hackenberg looks to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now it's a Johnny. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. This quarterback now a perfect 5 of 5 since taking over. They haven't missed a beat. 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class, and there was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's a Johnny. He will push his way down to about the 14. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do give 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On play action, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, You'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Green, triple C. Let's go.
From the gun, Winston. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Fielded just inside the 20. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. And out now come the Eagles. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
On second down, Rosen. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Levante David. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the gun, Hackenberg. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now, despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Hey, sub. Let's go.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. First down, Winston. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, When you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
The give is to Jones. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Let's go. Sonic. You got 4. You got 4. Sonic.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Being chased out left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Green, Trevor, see.
Here's Winston. He finds Howard complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sonic. 550, 550.
Now Jameis on second down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Bucs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, we got
Working out of the gun, Winston. That's going to be caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. O.J. Howard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And this one hauled in by Will Tye. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. On the carry, here's Clement. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On second down, here's Rosen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Again, it's Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. Forced out to his left. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. Oh, he sheds himself free. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kayvon Webster. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. To throw is Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Jameis now hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Now Winston. His throw incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. to Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Hey, let's go, let's go. Hey, sub.
They'll go again to Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy. Hey, sub. Let's go. Ready? Blue wave. Sonic.
Now Winston. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And Catanzero's kick is right through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Now, last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. You can throw the back some confidence.
See what happens. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Noah Spence in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back now in Tampa. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
The Eagles on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16.
Detroit!
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Here's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's pulled in at the 32. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Rosen. He's going to float this one deep right side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Following the interception, Winston. That's caught by Howard. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Jameis to throw it. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's 3rd and short. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
The Bucs on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Winston. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now a toss play. It's a Ajayi. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
They run again with Ajayi. And an alley to run. 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. This is caught, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And Elliott puts this one through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, Isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Jones. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Winston got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. To throw, Winston. He's got Evans. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, Winston. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Second down, Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now Jameis on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. This is Ajayi. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Throwing, Winston drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Here's Winston. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Eagles, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Swerving through traffic, listening to track. My windows ain't tinted, so notice me. Four braids, Yankee fitted, yeah, know it's me. I'm everywhere comfortable, but I'm still attentive. A young with money will make offended. I ain't flashy, I'm classy, but I ain't stupid either. Never show up to that's hungry and eager. My brother's keeper, I'm loyal, it's all in my demeanor. A true believer, I believe when they didn't believe her. That's why I don't let opinions affect me. I do what I want to do. If they do or they don't accept me, they expect me to give up. I almost did. Things went from moving faster, slow motion. I was losing focus, stuck on that. It was smooth on the surface, but underneath it was broken. Hoping to find hope in this hopeless world we live in. What you give is what you given. Gotta make wise decisions. Gotta stay tunnel vision. Gotta